Hey everyone, how you doing? We're doing Challenge Me today. So I asked you in one of the last challenges where I challenged you to send me one of your photos, one of your original RAWs. I can then edit it up and put it out there. And a few of you have took that challenge up. Yay! So I'm going to edit that today. I'm going to use my laptop, little graphics tablet, because I want to be comfy sitting on the seat doing it and just enjoying it. I quite often like to just relax when I edit. It makes life a lot easier than just sitting at a computer all day. Bang, there we go. So I want to enjoy this edit that we do for you. If you want to send me any future challenges, there's a link below. Just drop your RAW file in, it'll ask for your name, details. Just send it through to that. I will receive that, we'll put it into the list and we'll start editing your photos in different ways. Some of them are just going to be really simple because the photo's so good in the first place, which is the trouble I've had with some of them, is that they're brilliant. So they're just going to be small edits. Others might be a bit more creative. Who knows? We'll see. Have a look, see if you like it, see if you agree with my edits. If you've got any of your own ideas, put them in the comments below. Be great. Love to hear what everyone else has to say. That's a good way of everyone learning from each other and moving forward from that point of view. Like and subscribe would really help. It helps with the stats on YouTube when people do things like that. So if you can do any of those things, that'd be brilliant. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Without further ado, let's go and have a look at this edit and see how we do. Okay, so this is the fabulous RAW photo from Terry Reese. This is RAW straight out the camera, and this is what I've been given to edit. So here we go. Dropped it into Lightroom, and I'm just going to have a little play with the settings just to see what we've got to play with. So I'm seeing what's there in the shadows, and we'll see what we can bring up in the other bits and pieces as well. Now I've selected the brush mask, and I'm just going to start to pick out all the areas with the leaves and stuff in at the moment. The brown leaves, that is, that we're looking at. So now all those leaves are selected, I'm going to have a little play around with the settings onto that. And we're just going to change the colour temperature and the saturation, add a bit of clarity into those leaves to make them pop a little bit. And I was selecting this log at the foreground. It's such a prominent feature of the image. Actually, I want to work on this a little bit more. So now that we've selected all, I'm actually going to add a bit more brown into it. Yellowy brown. I want it to really pop out into that picture and just come to the foreground. Now I'm just going to select the water. I'm going to play about with the colour temperature onto that, and just give it a bit more of a bluey tinge to the water there. Okay, now I'm selecting those trees at the back there because it's a little bit too bright for me. I want to darken them down a little bit. So I've just been fairly careful how I select that. Okay, now I'm going to have a little play around with the crop. I don't know what's going to work in this image, so I've pressed L on the keyboard in Lightroom, which lights out basically, so it's all black around, so when I crop I don't see the rest of the picture. And I've just go into each corner and I'm just going to crop it round and just see what I like. So whether, like at the moment, whether I like that tree in the right hand side, so I crop it in. Bottom left, I'm just seeing, yeah, do I like that bit, do I want to come in? This is quite useful to do, so you can try for letterbox. Now it does look quite good actually in letterbox without the forest bit at the top there in the background, but actually I sort of like that in there, so you've got two sort of images that you could do there to draw the attention, and you'll see a bit later why I've left it at that aspect ratio. Just going to try adding a little bit of vignette in. It's too heavy. If I go too much in it, I just want it subtle in there really. Now that we've got a bit more of the image, obviously I can see bits on the log which was just quickly done for mast. So now I'm just going back over it and I'm just going to zoom in and just tidy up those edges so that log looks decent, because of where I've missed it since I've added that colour. Just took the image now into Photoshop because actually I want to edit certain bits of this image out, and it's just a lot easier with the clone and patch tool in Photoshop, or the stamp tool as well, depending. It's a lot easier to use. Okay, now I'm actually going to add in some overlay effects. I've collected libraries of these over the years, either ones that I've done or I've bought packs of them, to be fair. They're quite cheap, something like $20, and you get like 1,000 different overlay effects, and I find them quite useful, mainly in commercial work rather than my landscapes. My landscapes tend to be, I've took them how I wanted to at the time, not really to come back and edit, so it's more commercial work that we use them for. But saying that, this instance I haven't took the photo, I didn't see it, I didn't visualize it, I'm doing a bit extra to it, just to sit in. And as you can see here, I've brought it in. I'm now changing the colour of the certainly not to pink, changing the colour just to match in with the scene really, into that. And again, this time I'm adding some light effects into it as well, to drop on top of the scene. Very subtle, I don't really want them noticeable per se, I just want them there and just dropped onto the scene, as you'll see at the end picture. And here you go, here's the finished picture. I'm just going to take you over a bit closer on some of the bits. And this was the original picture, and we're going to now fade into the new picture. So that's a new picture overlaid because it's a little bit cropped in. Background's fading away. So there you go. Subtle changes, but I think it adds a little bit of punch to that. Okay, I hoped you liked that edit. It was a bit different. It was one of those images that was quite nice straight out the camera. It didn't need a lot of extra work doing to it, to be fair, but it needed little bits to make it punch. That's what I thought anyway. Yes, we could have gone OTT, we could have cropped in, we could have done all sorts of stuff. We didn't, we kept it fairly simple. Hope you liked it anyway. For future Challenge Me stuff, just drop your original raw file down below. It's not going to get used anywhere else. Might put a link on the blog to this post, but that's about it. So it's safe there from that point of view. It's just a bit of fun, just so we can all see how we all do different edits, and that'd be good. Like and subscribe if you like the video. Look forward to seeing you again soon.